I lost my father and my mother when I was a little kid.
When I was 10 years old, my father died from cancer. And my father died in 30 days. He died. He was just gone like that. 10 years after that, my mother died. Cancer.
I was just 19 years old and I lost them both.
I just started doing a lot of research on health, how to eat. Because nobody in my family ate right. They would always just eat anything. And then that led me into the gym.
And that's the tragic story of Kevin Levrone. We see these huge personalities, but many of them carry heartbreaking life stories behind the scenes.
And in the gym, I found peace because it was almost like a therapy for myself. I found something that nobody could take away from me.
Always trust your instincts and believe in where you are. Never quit, never give up. Bad times won't last forever. Everyone faces tough times, but it's how we handle them that matters. Spend time alone. Take your time to think, reflect, and process because the mind is the most powerful tool you have.
I just took all the passion out into eating, sleeping, and training. I didn't want to go to school or anything like this because all the kids were laughing at me in school because I didn't have a father. But I had that gym, and that gym taught me a discipline. It taught me sacrifice. And it just taught me how to trust my decisions.
I always say, where the mind goes, the body will follow.
I had that gym, and that gym taught me a discipline. It taught me sacrifice, and it just taught me how to trust my decisions, And when I started trusting my decisions, I started seeing changes that I was in control of, not anyone else.
Kevin wasn't in the spotlight until he stepped onto the stage in 1992. With Lee Haney retiring after his 1991 Mr. Olympia win, the 1992 competition was expected to be an easy victory for the previous runner-up, Dorian Yates. Lee Labrada, who had finished second in 1990, and Sean Ray, who had placed third and fifth in the previous 2 years, were also strong contenders. Even Lou Ferrigno was making a comeback after 17 years, leaving the title wide open. Kevin wasn't really on anyone's radar that year, but he came in at 236 pounds with an outstanding physique. Small waist, wide shoulders, and shredded to the bone. In his first Mr. Olympia, Kevin placed second, and from that point on, he was known worldwide.
Second place, Kevin Levrone.
There's no secret. There's no secret. There's no secret. The secret lies within you. So I can tell people how I train. I can tell them what I eat and all these things. That's the boring part, Anybody can train and eat, but what's driving you to do what you do in life? This is the most important thing.
The sheer size in those shoulders were something I hadn't seen before. The muscle quality he had can't be achieved by just pumping 25, 30, or even 40-pound dumbbells. When you're lifting that kind of weight, it's not just normal strength. It's a gift from God. He's gifted with extraordinary genetics that allow him to do that. The behind-the-neck press he performed, that's not normal. Not many in this world can pull that off.
When I graduated out of high school, I was, 146 pounds. I was always strong. In high school, I was bench pressing like 315 for one rep, at 146 pounds. So as I grew up and I was a late bloomer, I turned pro in bodybuilding when I was 23, competed in first Miss Olympia at 24. But anyway, going back to genetics, I mean, at 189 pounds, I could bench press 405, you know, clean and naturally. 405 without a bench shirt or anything. And I noticed that, you know, for me, it was easy to like gain muscle and put on sides and get strong.
There are certain guys out there who are just genetic freaks. I've seen Kevin go from not training to being back in peak form in just a few months. I remember one time when I saw him after surgery, he had lost a ton of size and was really slim. But then 3 months later, I saw him again and I was like, oh my God. That's called genetics. Not everyone can do that.
I remember when I first joined Powerhouse Gym, and when I was like 21, 22 years old, you know, my diet would consist of after the gym, I would go to, you know, 7-Eleven, and I would get a hot dog with a chili cheese hot dog. And I'd get 2 of those, and I'd eat those on the way home from the gym, and I would go home, and then I would get apple pie and put ice cream on top of it. That would be my snack after I got done training. And I would grow off that food. You know, matter of fact, when I went and did the Mr. Maryland competition, I didn't even know what a diet was. I think I dieted for like, my diet was just stop eating, you know, chili dogs with cheese on them, and just clean my diet up for 4 weeks, and I won the Mr. Maryland show. So I was an easy gainer when it came to putting on size and muscle, really, really, really fast, good quality muscle, like unheard of, and I still don't know why.
What you don't do, somebody else is doing it. One of your competitors is doing it. That's right.
When it comes to genetic potential, there will always be an outlier like Kevin Levrone. Someone with God-given talent that nothing can match. Kevin didn't win Mr. Olympia, not because others were better than him, but because they outworked him. It wasn't about superior talent, it was that Kevin let them get ahead.
And Joita told me before he passed away, and I said, Joe, how come I can't win? And he said, it's not that you're not good enough to win. It's not that Flex Wheel is not good enough to win, or Sean Ray isn't good enough to win. It's not that, Levrone. He said, this is a business. But if I take you guys and I shuffle you guys around first, second, or third, I'm still going to make the same amount of money. It's just that you guys are going to be personally rewarded. But I'm going to make the same amount of money if Flex was Mr. Olympia, you, or Sean Ray. But Dorian opens up another whole umbrella, opens up another whole market in his business.
He told me that, huh?
Yeah, and he said, don't take that personal. And I didn't take it personal. And I never complained, even if I got second. I never complained. But what I did was, he says, you're in shape. Why don't you go win all the other shows, you know, win that money, and you'll come home with a lot more money than the Mr. Olympia made. When you're in shape, don't take it personal if you don't win a contest. Go to the next show. Try to do better. You know, it's a business. Use it to market yourself. And that's exactly what I did. Every year I would sign up, I would get on the tours, and I would enjoy myself doing it. Not all the time what you want is what God wants for you, you know?
True.
It just wasn't written in my lifetime to be Mr. Olympia. It was written for me
to do exactly what I'm doing now, be an influence to many thousands and millions of kids around the world.